All right, today we're going to talk about how to assess a person's muscular strength and muscular endurance. For muscular strength, the first test we'll use is the 1RM test. The purpose of this test is to assess a person's upper body muscular strength. For the test, the subject warms up with low intensity aerobic exercise for about 5 to 10 minutes. For this video, our client will be doing jumping jacks. After that, they will perform a specific warm-up, which in this video, it'll be light to moderate weight on the bench press. After the subject is warm, they select a weight that is 50 to 70% of their perceived 1 rep max. After they attempt 1RM, if it's successful, they rest 3 to 5 minutes and then increase the weight by 2.5 to 20 kilograms. They keep performing this lift until the subject cannot lift the weight properly. This test should be completed with no more than 4 sets, so selecting the proper weight is very important. The heaviest weight successfully lifted with proper form will be their recorded 1RM. Now, if your subject usually trains with an 8 to 12 rep range, or they're not sure what their perceived 1RM is, a submaximal or 10RM test will be used. For this test, the subject chooses a weight that they think they can properly lift no more than 10 times. If the weight is lifted more than 10 times, more weight should be added. When the subject has their selected weight, they perform the bench press for as many reps as possible. If the subject lifts the weight exactly 10 times, you then take that weight and divide it by 0.75, and this will give you their estimated 1RM. Now, if the subject lifts the weight from anywhere between 2 to 9 reps, then you use this formula. It will be the weight lifted divided by 1.0278 minus 0.0278 multiplied by x, with x being the number of reps performed. This will then give you their perceived 1RM. This test is considered a submaximal test because you're working below your max weight, unlike the 1RM test where the max weight is used. The last test we'll be discussing is the push-up test. The push-up test is used to figure out the level of someone's muscular endurance by the number of push-ups they can do properly until failure. The proper setup for the push-up is the subject's hands should be pointed forward and directly under their shoulders. Their back and butt should be straight and their head up with their toes on the ground. If a proper push-up can be performed, a modified push-up is acceptable for this test. The modified push-up is the same for the upper body, but the knees are now the main point of contact instead of the toes. For the test, the subject starts in the low position and then raises their body by straightening their elbows, and they lower back down until their chin touches the mat. The subject's back must remain straight throughout the entire test. And the subject feels the need to rest, they must do so in the upright position or the test will be terminated. Once the test is started, it isn't stopped until the client either stops, is straining forcibly to complete a push-up, or cannot keep proper form within 2 reps. After these tests are completed, this should give you a pretty good estimate of your client's muscular strength and muscular endurance.